He knocked me over. I landed on the dog bowl.
This One's Wife. Major Monty Shit Show Meltdown. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Things were not good for This One's Wife on Saturday. After all, the Nemesis, the Princess of Wales, took centre stage at Wimbledon, receiving rapturous applause and a standing ovation. As I explained in the corresponding video, this was highly problematic for the narcissist that is This One's Wife, given her obsession with Catherine. If that were not bad enough, resulting in her trying to divert matters through the story about the supposed reconciliation talks and pumping out yet more talentless tat on her Instagram post, matters deteriorated for her further as a consequence of the appearance of several members of the Wales family for the men's final. The Princess of Wales arrived at Wimbledon on Sunday with Prince William, Prince George and Princess Charlotte to watch the men's singles final. The Wales family took their seats in the royal box on centre court ahead of the match between Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner. Hello reports that Kate appeared relaxed and cheerful as she greeted staff and fellow guests. Her children quickly caught attention with their smart and summery outfits. William opted for a double-breasted blazer and white chinos. George, age 11, wore a dark suit, while Charlotte, age 10, looked summer-ready in a beige dress. The family was seen shaking hands with stewards and smiling for onlookers as they made their way to the royal box. It marked their first official family appearance at Wimbledon in 2025. It would appear, however, that loose cannon Louis isn't one for the tennis and probably decided to stay at home, engaging in some Minecraft or Roblox. Kate wore a striking royal blue A-line midi dress with capped sleeves. She teamed the look with mocha-coloured pumps, a floppy sun hat and gold jewellery. After all, this is hello, and you're not allowed to determine from the pictures what people are wearing. They have to describe it for you all. So, joining their parents, the Prince and Princess of Wales, the young royals took their seats in the royal box on centre court to watch the thrilling men's singles final, and all eyes were on their animated reactions, adorable sibling moments and sweet interactions with tennis legends and heads of state. Princess Charlotte couldn't hide her excitement as she gasped in shock during a tense rally, her wide-eyed reaction perfectly reflecting the tension of the game. Prince George looked every bit the focused young royal as he watched the match intently, his serious expression showing just how invested he was in the action, or, alternatively, he might have been thinking, I'd rather be watching the villa with my dad. With temperatures rising on and off the court, Princess Charlotte gave a very relatable royal moment as she cooled herself down with a quick fan. And Prince George took a quick break to sip his drink and cool down. Even royal spectators need a moment to recharge during a gripping Wimbledon final. Plenty of pictures, as you can see as I describe what happened. And it was clear from the reactions of the crowd as they made their way to the royal box and when they appeared in it, that there was plenty of applause and admiration for them. People genuinely pleased to see this family. Yet again, we see two of the children. We've seen all three, but here Louis wasn't attending. But once again, we see two of the children in the wild. No staged or manufactured pictures, but the fact that they are seen filmed by a third-party broadcaster, not at the direction of Ma and Pa, not filmed by Ma or Pa, their details not shared on Instagram, no, filmed by the BBC, shown by the BBC, completely in the wild. A complete contrast, of course, with the appearances of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. The difference is stark and marked. All of this will have resulted in a major meltdown for This One's Wife, as I have explained to you previously, as a consequence of her obsession with the Princess of Wales because she is the nemesis, and in relation to Prince William because he's the one that got away. This One's Wife is drawn by her narcissism to ensure that she finds out what they are doing. Naturally, it's not difficult. All she needs to do is punch their titles into Google, and up come scores of articles describing their day. You would think that she would decide that she wouldn't want to look. After all it succeeds in doing is raising her blood pressure, causing her to smash some plates, and the manifestation of her ignited fury. But her narcissism doesn't learn, because her narcissism operates on the basis of believing it is necessary to know what the Waleses are doing, and therefore she cannot help but go and look. If on the rare occasion there is something problematic for the Waleses, she revels in it. An example of that might be the criticism that they received in respect of their appearance in the Caribbean when they were stood on the back of a jeep, making it look like a 1950s royal visit of them as the important white people, whilst all of the black people bowed and kowtowed to them. This one's wife would have revelled in such criticism. Furthermore, the speculation that surrounded Catherine's ill health, with many distasteful allegations being made, similarly would have been something that this one's wife would have revelled in as a consequence of the fact that she has no emotional empathy for Catherine or anybody, and the fact that because Catherine is the nemesis, she wants ill to befall her. However, when she gets to witness occasions such as these, as all of the Wales looking smart and elegant, being admired and adored by the crowd, people applauding them, it makes her blood boil. This is because the reaction of the crowd is going towards somebody she regards as inferior to her. She regards it subconsciously as wasted fuel. None of the Wales' family requires fuel because none of them are narcissists, but nevertheless, in the subconscious mind of the narcissist, it is wasted fuel because this one's wife believes that she should be the one that receives the applause, the cheers, the affection, and the admiration, because quite simply, it's her. It doesn't compute that she was the one that left the royal family. It doesn't compute that she's forged a different and alternative path in the United States. No. The simple fact is, her narcissism tells her that she should be receiving that applause, that she's better than Kate, that she should be with William. This is the delusion that is operated by her narcissism. And once again, facing this substantial threat of seeing several non-intimate secondary sources, even though she has nothing to do with them, they're still non-intimate secondary sources in her fuel matrix, seeing them being the ones that are adored and appreciated wounds her. And the consequence of that, once again, is that her narcissism must ride to the rescue, and it will do so through heated, ignited fury. She would probably have given a shriek of disapproval, something that had been thrown across the room. She will have complained, trying to pick fault, with maybe a yell of "it should have been me," or despising what Catherine is wearing, putting William down in some way, whatever it might be, because they're viewed as painted black. The fact is, her ignited fury would cause her to have a major meltdown, and Harry, if he's still around, would be lurking, putting on his tin hat in order to protect himself from the crockery that is flying around. She cannot help but react this way, because it's driven by her narcissism. And every time the member of the Wales' family, and in particular the Princess of Wales, strikes gold with regard to a public appearance, it telegraphs to this one's wife that she, and it's just for a blink of a moment, is inferior. She doesn't believe that, but that's the feeling that is generated by the wounding. A reminder, as I mentioned in an earlier video, of the weakness and vulnerability that she experienced as a child. And then, almost as quickly as that feeling came, the narcissism steps in to remove it, to protect her, to remind her that she is the star, that she is wonderful, by causing her to think in such ways as to put down the Waleses and to elevate herself, perhaps with a sprig of mint. This is how her narcissism operates. But this is the existence that she has at the moment. From afar, she cannot help but look at what members of the royal family are doing, particularly the Waleses. And invariably what she sees, she does not like. And it causes these ignitions of fury as her narcissism reacts, fighting to get the control back. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.